Ladies and gentlemen, when a woman enters a room, her presence is often felt long before she speaks a word. There's a certain energy about her that is undeniable, a quality that captivates and draws people in without her needing to do anything overt. For a man, this presence becomes something deeply compelling and magnetic. It's not about physical appearance or superficial traits, but rather the way she carries herself, the confidence she exudes, and the aura of peace, strength, and warmth that surrounds her. The power of her presence isn't something that can be easily defined, but it's something that's felt on a deeper level, a kind of emotional and spiritual resonance that lingers and creates a lasting impact. A man who is fortunate enough to experience this kind of presence understands that it is more than just a feeling, it's a force. It's the way she holds herself with grace and composure, no matter the circumstances. Her confidence isn't arrogance, it's the quiet assurance that she is grounded in who she is. This confidence can be incredibly alluring because it signals that she knows her worth. She doesn't need validation from anyone else because she has already found that validation within herself. When she enters a space, she doesn't demand attention, but she naturally commands it. It's as if her mere existence fills the room with a sense of calm, balance, and certainty. A man who witnesses this understands that this kind of presence is rare, and he finds himself drawn to it, appreciating how it makes him feel seen, heard, and understood. What makes her presence even more powerful is how it impacts those around her. Her energy affects the atmosphere of the room. People feel at ease in her company. She exudes warmth, kindness, and empathy, and it's this energy that makes others feel comfortable, secure, and valued. For a man, this is incredibly important because it signifies that she is someone who can provide emotional safety and comfort. When he's with her, he feels understood without needing to explain himself in great detail. Her presence brings him a sense of peace and calm, almost as if the world around them slows down and becomes clearer. It's a refuge in a chaotic world, and it's something he comes to cherish deeply. The power of her presence, in its subtlety, is both nurturing and transformative, allowing him to show up as his true self without fear of judgment. Her presence also carries with it an air of authenticity. She doesn't try to be anyone other than who she is. There is no pretense, no facade. What you see is what you get. In a world that often promotes perfection and external validation, her ability to stand firm in her authenticity is deeply attractive. For a man, this creates a profound sense of respect and admiration. He is drawn to her because she doesn't conform to external pressures or expectations. She walks through the world with a sense of integrity, true to herself and her values. This unwavering authenticity invites him to do the same, to show up in his own life with honesty and integrity. It's this authentic presence that allows for true connection, where both people can be vulnerable, real, and open with one another. For him, this sense of authenticity is grounding and reassuring. A woman who carries herself with such presence has a unique ability to make others feel safe. For a man, being with someone who provides this emotional safety is incredibly significant. When he is around her, he can lower his guard and let down the walls he has built over time. He feels free to express his thoughts, fears, and desires without the fear of rejection or judgment. Her presence allows him to embrace vulnerability, knowing that it will be met with understanding and compassion. This emotional safety becomes a foundation upon which the relationship can be built. It's not just about physical closeness, it's about the emotional space she creates where he can be himself without reservation. This feeling of security and emotional freedom becomes one of the most precious aspects of their connection. Beyond emotional safety, her presence also inspires a sense of motivation. When a man is with someone who radiates self-assurance, strength, and poise, it naturally encourages him to rise to the occasion. Her ability to remain calm under pressure, her resilience in the face of challenges, and her determination to stay true to her goals act as a source of inspiration for him. He finds himself motivated to pursue his own dreams, to be more ambitious, and to push past his own limitations. It's not that she forces him to do so, rather, her presence serves as a reminder of the kind of person he wants to be. She inspires him to strive for greatness not because she expects anything from him, but because she lives her life in a way that makes him want to do the same. This is the power of her presence. It's both gentle and profound, quietly pushing him toward greater heights. There's also a sense of grace in her presence. She doesn't need to demand attention or validation, and yet she has the ability to capture it effortlessly. Her grace comes from the way she interacts with others, the way she carries herself, and the way she handles difficult situations. There's an elegance in her demeanor, a peacefulness in her approach to life that is hard to ignore. This grace creates an energy around her that is magnetic. For a man, it's not just her outward beauty that draws him in, it's the grace with which she navigates the world and the kindness she shows to everyone she encounters. This level of poise and composure has a calming effect on him, making him feel at ease in her presence. It is something he admires deeply and cherishes because it brings balance and tranquility into his life. When two people come together in a relationship, having a shared vision of the future becomes one of the most powerful forces that can bind them together. For a man, having someone who not only supports his dreams, but also shares a similar vision of what the future can look like is deeply reassuring. It gives the relationship a sense of purpose, a direction, and a greater sense of unity. It's not just about navigating the present together, it's about the belief that both of them are working towards something greater, something they both care deeply about. This shared vision becomes the bedrock upon which they build their lives together, influencing the decisions they make, the goals they pursue, and the ways they grow both individually and as a couple. The idea of a shared future goes beyond simple daydreams or hopes for what might happen. It's about actively creating a path forward, one that both partners can walk hand in hand. This vision isn't just about material success or external achievements, it encompasses the emotional, mental, and spiritual growth they hope to experience together. For a man, knowing that his partner is on the same page in terms of their dreams and aspirations creates a deep sense of security. It's not about constantly wondering whether they are aligned or if their futures will diverge. It's a mutual understanding that the choices they make today will lead them to a tomorrow they can both look forward to. A shared vision of the future is built on open communication, understanding, and compromise. It's not always easy to align all the details, but the key is knowing that both partners are willing to adapt and evolve together. For a man, this openness and flexibility are vital because it shows that his partner is committed to the relationship and its long-term potential. She is not rigid in her thinking, but instead open to the idea of co-creating a future that works for both of them. This collaboration is what makes a shared vision so powerful. It is a constant reminder that they are building something together, not just individually. This shared vision also extends to the ways they plan to impact the world around them. It's not just about personal success, it's about the legacy they want to leave. A man who shares a vision with his partner is not just thinking about his own life, but about how their partnership can contribute to something greater than themselves. Whether it's their community, their family, or their broader societal impact, the idea that they can work toward meaningful change together adds a sense of fulfillment to their relationship. There is a profound sense of meaning that comes from knowing that their shared vision goes beyond the two of them. It's about creating something positive that will have a lasting impact on the world around them. The power of having a shared vision lies in its ability to inspire and motivate both partners. When a man and a woman are aligned in their dreams and goals, they are able to encourage each other and keep each other accountable. It becomes a source of strength when challenges arise. For a man, knowing that his partner believes in the vision they have created together is a powerful motivator. It fuels his determination to keep going, to overcome obstacles, and to stay true to the path they've chosen. Even during the most difficult times, this shared vision reminds him of what's at stake, and it gives him the resilience to keep moving forward. It's the constant reminder of what they're building together that makes him want to fight for the relationship and its future. Another aspect of a shared vision is the sense of teamwork it creates. When both partners are working toward the same goals, there's a natural sense of collaboration. It's not about competing or trying to outdo each other, it's about working in harmony toward a common goal. For a man, being part of a team with someone who shares his vision is incredibly fulfilling. It's the sense of unity that comes from knowing they are both contributing in their own ways, using their strengths to build something greater. This partnership, where both individuals bring their unique talents and perspectives, makes the shared vision even more powerful. There is a deep sense of appreciation for each other's contributions, and together they create a synergy that propels them forward. Over time, a shared vision of the future becomes a source of stability in the relationship. Life is full of uncertainties, and external circumstances are often beyond anyone's control. However, when two people have a shared vision, it provides a stable foundation upon which to build their lives. For a man, this foundation gives him the confidence that no matter what challenges or setbacks they may face, they will always have a common purpose to guide them. The shared vision becomes a compass, helping them navigate through life's complexities with a sense of clarity and focus. It provides them with something tangible to hold on to, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. This vision also fosters a deep sense of intimacy and connection. When both partners are emotionally invested in creating a shared future, their bond deepens. They become more than just lovers or companions, they become co-creators of a life they both cherish. For a man, being in a relationship where both partners are equally invested in the future fosters a sense of mutual respect and admiration. It's about building a life together with intention and purpose, rather than drifting aimlessly. This intentionality makes the relationship feel more meaningful and fulfilling, as both partners are actively working toward a shared goal that excites and motivates them. When two people come together in a relationship, there is an unspoken bond that forms when they connect on an emotional and mental level. For a man, feeling that he is understood on a deeper level by the woman in his life is one of the most meaningful experiences. When he can be open and vulnerable, sharing his fears, dreams, hopes, and even uncertainties, it creates a sense of safety and trust. It's not about always having the right words to say or needing to express everything in perfect sentences. It's about knowing that she is there, truly listening and absorbing what he feels. This kind of emotional safety creates an environment where both partners feel heard and valued, and it is through this emotional alignment that a deeper connection is forged. The ability to communicate in this way is not just a casual exchange of words, but an ongoing dance of understanding each other's needs, desires, and emotions. It's about knowing what the other person might need even before they say it, and being able to respond in a way that speaks to their soul. This deeper level of communication goes beyond mere words. It is an intuitive exchange of feelings and intentions. For a man, feeling this emotional and mental alignment gives him a sense of reassurance and stability. He begins to feel that the relationship is built on a foundation of trust, where both of them are willing to invest in understanding each other on a level that is truly intimate and profound. This deep level of emotional connection can also serve as a source of strength in difficult times. A man who knows that his partner is there for him, not only in the good times but also when life becomes challenging, feels deeply supported. In moments of hardship, when everything else feels uncertain, the thought of having someone who understands him at his core and is willing to walk through those challenges by his side gives him the strength to face anything. It is this unwavering support and emotional understanding that creates a sense of security in the relationship, making him want to protect and cherish that bond at all costs. The emotional alignment between two people also fosters growth. When both partners understand each other on this deeper level, they are able to encourage each other's growth, both individually and as a couple. A man feels that he can pursue his dreams and ambitions while knowing that his partner supports him, encourages him, and believes in his potential. This belief in one another's potential is an unspoken affirmation that strengthens their connection. It's not about pushing or forcing change, it's about inspiring growth through mutual understanding and encouragement. Each person in their own time and way evolves and becomes a better version of themselves with the support of the other. A relationship built on such mutual emotional alignment creates a bond that is not only deep but ever evolving, where each partner plays an integral role in the other's personal development. Emotional alignment also influences how both partners navigate the ups and downs of life. In moments of joy, when things are going well, they celebrate together, knowing that the shared happiness strengthens their bond. In moments of sorrow or hardship, their alignment helps them provide comfort and solace for each other. The ability to stand by each other even when things aren't perfect makes the connection more solid. A man who experiences this emotional alignment understands that it is not about expecting perfection or always being on the same page in every moment. Rather, it is about being able to find harmony even in moments of discord, knowing that the bond they share is strong enough to withstand the tests of time. Another powerful element of emotional and mental alignment is the sense of shared values and beliefs. When both partners align on their core values, whether it's the importance of family, personal growth, integrity, or the vision they have for their future, it creates a strong foundation for the relationship. These shared values allow them to make decisions together, face challenges as a team, and move forward in a way that reflects both of their aspirations and goals. For a man, knowing that his partner shares similar values and that they are on the same path gives him a sense of peace and unity. It becomes a reminder that their connection is built on more than just love. It is built on a shared vision of what they want to create in their lives together. This alignment between two people creates a bond that feels as if it was destined. It's a connection that goes beyond physical attraction or superficial qualities. It's about two people who are emotionally and mentally in tune, who understand and support each other's deepest desires, fears, and needs. This kind of alignment creates a sense of purpose within the relationship, where both partners work together to build something meaningful, fulfilling, and lasting. For a man, this alignment becomes something he cherishes deeply. It is the glue that holds the relationship together, even when challenges arise. When a man feels emotionally and mentally aligned with the woman he loves, he knows that this connection is something rare, something precious, and something worth holding on to. It's not just about the present moment, it's about the future they are building together, side by side as equals, with mutual respect, love, and understanding. This alignment, where both partners feel understood, supported, and encouraged, becomes the foundation of everything they build together. It creates a sense of unity and cohesion that helps them move through life as a team, sharing the burdens and celebrating the victories. It is through this deep emotional and mental connection that they are able to face the world together, confident in the strength of their bond and their ability to navigate whatever comes their way. For a man, the thought of losing that connection, the understanding, the support, the growth, and the shared vision is an overwhelming one. It is through this alignment that he realizes just how irreplaceable she is and how deeply he cherishes the relationship they share. A woman who inspires growth in a man is someone who brings out the best in him. It's not about changing who he is, but rather about nurturing his potential and pushing him toward becoming the best version of himself. When a man is with someone who encourages him to challenge himself, to strive for more, and to break free from his limitations, he begins to recognize the true value of the relationship. This type of influence doesn't come from force or pressure. It's subtle, often unspoken, and yet profoundly impactful. The right partner doesn't just accept him as he is, she sees the potential in him that he might not yet see in himself, and she encourages him to pursue it. Her support becomes a constant source of motivation. She is the one who believes in him, even when he doubts himself. It's this unwavering faith that makes her an essential part of his life. For a man, the ability to grow and evolve within the context of a relationship is incredibly important. A woman who inspires growth does not just provide comfort and security, she challenges him to become more, to achieve more, and to dream bigger. This doesn't mean imposing a vision on him, but instead offering guidance and encouragement. She might suggest ideas, provide perspectives, or ask thought-provoking questions that help him reflect on his goals and ambitions. Sometimes it's just the way she lives her own life, fearlessly chasing her dreams and striving for personal development, that motivates him to do the same. The sense of inspiration that comes from being with someone who values growth becomes a driving force in his own life. He begins to feel that, together, they are not only building a relationship but also growing into better individuals. This sense of growth within the relationship also extends to how the couple evolves together. The connection between two people who both value growth isn't static, it's dynamic. There's a shared commitment to self-improvement and to pushing each other toward their fullest potential. A woman who inspires growth in her partner helps create a relationship that doesn't just survive but thrives. In the early stages, the excitement might come from getting to know each other, but as time passes, the real strength of the bond is tested through challenges and personal evolution. A man who feels inspired to grow because of his partner understands that the relationship itself is a space where both individuals can expand, learn, and develop together. This mutual encouragement fosters a deep sense of camaraderie, as both people understand the importance of supporting each other's journeys. A key element in this type of relationship is the shared understanding that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires patience, resilience, and effort from both parties. A woman who inspires growth understands that setbacks and failures are part of the journey. Instead of criticizing or judging, she offers support and empathy. She provides a safe space for him to fall, knowing that he will rise again, perhaps with a new lesson learned or a fresh perspective. This nurturing quality is vital in a relationship that fosters growth. A man who is with a woman who embodies this kind of wisdom and understanding feels empowered to take risks, knowing that her encouragement will be there, even if the path forward isn't clear. He learns to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and he understands that his potential is limitless with her by his side. This growth doesn't just happen in one area of life, it extends across all aspects of his being. A woman who inspires growth encourages her partner to develop emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. In emotional growth, she helps him recognize his feelings, communicate them effectively, and understand his own emotional landscape. Through her support, he learns to express himself in healthier ways and to confront any unresolved emotions that may be holding him back. Mentally, she challenges him to think critically, to expand his knowledge, and to push the boundaries of what he believes is possible. She doesn't settle for mediocrity, and she doesn't let him either. Spiritually, she encourages him to connect with his higher self, to explore his purpose, and to align his actions with his values. The woman who inspires growth does not just help him improve in one area, she helps him evolve holistically, creating a more balanced and fulfilling life. The importance of this type of inspiration cannot be overstated. A man who is constantly challenged and inspired by his partner is never complacent. He is always striving to improve, to rise above his previous limitations, and to become better not just for himself but for the relationship as well. This constant pursuit of personal growth creates a dynamic energy within the partnership, where both individuals are continuously evolving and supporting each other's development. The relationship becomes an environment of positive transformation, where each person feels inspired to keep improving, learning, and adapting. When both partners are committed to growth, they create a bond that becomes stronger over time as their experiences and insights deepen their connection. When a woman truly loves herself, she emanates a sense of peace, security, and strength that cannot be replicated by anything or anyone else. This self-love is not just about feeling good in the moment or looking a certain way, it's about knowing one's worth, embracing all parts of herself, and valuing her own happiness and well-being. When she radiates this self-assurance, she becomes a powerful force in the relationship. A man who witnesses this self-love is drawn to her authenticity and depth. He sees her not as someone who depends on others for validation or worth, but as a person who is whole and complete in herself. This kind of independence and strength is magnetic, and it's something he values deeply because it reflects an inner confidence that enriches the relationship. He knows that her sense of self-love will never fade, and it gives him a sense of comfort, knowing that her happiness isn't tied solely to him or to external circumstances. When a man experiences this kind of confidence and emotional balance, he realizes that this quality is something irreplaceable and precious. A relationship thrives when both individuals feel emotionally safe and supported. For a man, knowing that he can be vulnerable and open without fear of judgment or rejection is a rare and priceless gift. It's through emotional intimacy that two people can truly connect at a deep level. When he feels that he can share his deepest thoughts, fears, and dreams with her, and that she listens with understanding and compassion, the bond between them strengthens. Emotional intimacy is not just about the good times, but also about being there for each other during moments of hardship. It's about creating a safe space where both can express themselves freely, knowing that their emotions will be respected and valued. The trust that comes with this kind of connection is a foundation that cannot be easily shaken. For a man, the woman who offers this emotional safety becomes someone who is indispensable. He knows that the depth of their bond is not built on surface-level interactions, but on a mutual understanding that runs far deeper. This emotional closeness creates a sense of security and stability that makes the idea of losing her unthinkable. In any relationship, the desire for personal growth is essential. A man is naturally drawn to a woman who challenges him to become better, who sees his potential and helps him realize it. This doesn't mean pushing him in a controlling way or demanding change, but instead encouraging growth and improvement in a supportive manner. When a woman inspires a man to strive for his best self, she adds tremendous value to his life. She helps him see possibilities he might not have considered and encourages him to take action toward achieving his dreams. This kind of support is not just emotional, it's also intellectual and spiritual. A woman who encourages growth helps a man unlock his potential. And that sense of purpose can transform the way he views himself and the world. The more he evolves alongside her, the more deeply grateful he becomes for her influence in his life. The idea of losing someone who continuously inspires and supports his personal development becomes a thought he cannot bear. Her presence is not only a source of love and companionship, but also a driving force for his own self-improvement. There's an undeniable power in a woman's presence. It's not just about how she looks or the way she carries herself, it's about the energy she exudes. A woman who is calm, confident, and centered brings a sense of peace and balance to those around her. Her mere presence can change the atmosphere of a room, creating a sense of warmth, comfort, and tranquility. For a man, being in the presence of a woman like this feels grounding. It's not about her saying anything or doing anything special, it's the way she makes him feel when she's near. She has the ability to make him feel seen, heard, and appreciated even in silence. Her energy is something he becomes deeply attuned to, and the thought of being without it is unsettling. When he recognizes the profound impact her presence has on him, he understands that it's something he can't afford to lose. The security and peace she brings into his life are irreplaceable, and it's this sense of stability that makes her presence so precious. When two people share a vision for the future, it creates an incredibly strong bond. A man who sees a future with a woman, one that is filled with shared dreams, experiences, and achievements, feels a deep connection to her. It's not just about having fun together in the present, it's about aligning their goals and aspirations to build something lasting and meaningful. When both individuals are working toward a common vision, they become partners not only in the relationship but also in the creation of a future that reflects their mutual desires. For a man, this shared vision provides direction and purpose. It's not just about navigating life together, it's about co-creating a future that they both value. As they build their dreams together, the thought of losing the woman who shares this vision becomes a deeply unsettling one. He realizes that losing her would mean losing not only a partner but also the shared future they've worked toward. The dreams they've nurtured together become inseparable from their relationship, and the more they build that future, the more he understands how essential she is to the life he envisions. These qualities, self-love, emotional intimacy, growth, presence, and a shared vision, are what form the foundation of a relationship that is both strong and enduring. When a man experiences these elements with a woman, he realizes that she is not just someone he loves, but someone who enriches his life in ways that go beyond the surface. She helps him grow, challenges him to be better, and offers a sense of peace and security that is irreplaceable. Her presence and energy become something he cannot imagine living without. The shared dreams and goals they have for the future give them both a sense of purpose and direction. Losing her would mean losing the very essence of what makes their bond unique and valuable. The depth of connection they share makes the idea of separation unthinkable, and it is this profound bond that makes him cherish her deeply. When a man deeply connects with a woman, it's not merely about the outward expressions of affection, it's about the feelings they cultivate within each other. A deep emotional bond is something that transcends physical appearances or actions. It's a mental connection, a shared understanding that, when felt within the heart, grows stronger and more profound over time. Love, in this sense, isn't just a fleeting emotion, it becomes a constant presence. Every time he thinks of her, he feels her energy, her love, and her presence. This is not something that can be easily replaced. It's woven into the fabric of his existence, becoming an essential part of his life that he can't imagine living without. The more he feels this love within him, the more he becomes certain that it's something he must protect and preserve. A woman who radiates self-love is a force unlike any other. When she values herself, when she knows her worth and carries herself with confidence, it inspires admiration in others. But it's not just about how she presents herself outwardly. It's about the internal belief that she is complete, whole, and deserving of all the love and success life has to offer. This self-assurance is something that a man cannot ignore. It's magnetic. Her sense of worth creates a ripple effect, making him recognize how important it is to be with someone who understands her value. It's this unwavering belief in herself that makes her irreplaceable. The more she nurtures this self-love, the more it strengthens their connection, and the more he becomes afraid of losing that energy, that strength, that completeness. Emotional intimacy plays a crucial role in building a lasting connection. When two people can communicate openly without fear or hesitation, they create a bond that is difficult to break. The ability to be vulnerable with each other, to share fears, hopes, dreams, and doubts without the fear of judgment is something truly powerful. It's this emotional transparency that brings people closer. When a man feels that he can express himself fully, without holding back, he realizes that this trust is rare and valuable. It's not just about sharing pleasant thoughts or moments, it's about embracing the full spectrum of emotions and finding comfort in knowing that the other person accepts all parts of him. The depth of this emotional connection strengthens their relationship, and he becomes more certain that he never wants to lose the safety and comfort of that intimacy. In a relationship, growth is a key factor in keeping the bond strong. When a man is with someone who constantly challenges him, who pushes him to become a better version of himself, he begins to recognize the value of that presence in his life. It's not about someone who accepts him as he is and doesn't encourage growth. It's about a woman who sees his potential and encourages him to reach for more. She doesn't settle for mediocrity, and neither does he. She inspires him to rise above his limitations, to push past his comfort zones, and to strive for greater things. This type of growth-oriented partnership strengthens their bond. It's not a stagnant relationship, it's dynamic, constantly evolving. The more he grows alongside her, the more he becomes grateful for her presence in his life, and the more he becomes determined to never let go of someone who helps him become the best version of himself. A woman's presence has an undeniable power. It's the energy she brings into any space, the way she makes others feel comfortable and at ease. Her ability to light up a room without saying a word, to bring calm in the midst of chaos, is something that cannot be replicated. A man who truly understands the power of her presence begins to realize how deeply it affects him. It's not just about how she looks or what she does, it's about the way she makes him feel. Her energy, her warmth, and her aura create a sense of peace and comfort that he begins to rely on. It's a feeling of security, a constant reassurance that no matter what happens in the world around him, her presence will always be there, anchoring him. This type of presence is something a man begins to cherish deeply, knowing that without it, his world would feel incomplete. When two people share a common vision for the future, it creates an unspoken bond that is incredibly strong. The idea of building a life together, of working towards shared goals, dreams, and aspirations brings a sense of unity that is difficult to break. When a man can picture a future with the woman he loves filled with shared experiences, achievements, and moments of joy, he begins to understand just how intertwined their lives are. The vision they share becomes a guiding force in their relationship. It's not about living in the present moment, it's about seeing the future as a beautiful extension of what they've built together. As they align their goals and dreams, their connection strengthens, and he realizes that losing her would mean losing the future they've envisioned together. The shared vision becomes something he cherishes and holds onto tightly because it represents all the possibilities they have yet to experience.